Hello YouTube. We are back again with another tutorial video. Today's video is going to be on winning more gunfights, but this time with mouse and keyboard. As you can see on the screen, I got the hand cam going, so you see exactly what I'm doing, and so you actually believe that I'm actually using a mouse, because I know I do the controller videos. But today, it's gonna be mouse. Winning more gunfights. This will be very similar to the previous video on also winning more gunfights, except that that one was controller centric. We focused on controller and hip firing over there, utilizing aim assist and rotational aim assist. This one is strictly with mouse. There is no aim assist. So how do we win more gunfights on mouse with no aim assist? Well, similar tactics. We are going to utilize hip fire to our advantage to break cameras, to recenter, and to make our enemies miss. So let's get into this video. So hip fire is your best friend when it comes to mouse because tracking with no aim assist is very, very difficult if you A, lack training and experience, B, lack time playing FPS games on mouse, or C, if you play a game like BO6 with Omni movement, players can move in any direction in blazing fast speed at any moment. They're very unpredictable. So even if you're a top tier mouse player, it's kind of hard to track somebody when you don't know what direction they're going in, right? So this is why utilizing hipfire when you are a mouse player is going to be an advantage. It's going to be your best friend. It's going to be one of your main tactics to basically win more gunfights. So we'll take a look here at some examples where I'm gonna break the camera here. You see, when I transition to hipfire, my character model's body shifts over to the right, and I will illustrate this with some arrows real quick. So my character model goes this way, and the enemy is still looking in this straight direction, right? So now I'm out of their direct line of sight. So when they start firing, my body's already shifted to the side. I'm making myself a harder target to hit. That's what we want. You want to make yourself a harder target to hit. And let's see here. So I make my enemies miss. You see, there's the bullet trajectory. As soon as I move to the side, he hit one shot, but because I was in the middle of transitioning over to hip fire, the subsequent follow-up shots miss. And you can see the straight right here. You can see the shot straight right here of the shot that missed. Let me draw that for you. Where is it? Right here. You can see the shot. You can see the path, right? That's where I was standing before. So you can see by going into hip fire, I break the camera, I make a miss. It gives me a chance to win this gunfight. I reacquire my target with ADS, I win, right? Same thing here. Hip fire to recenter, it helps me stay on target. Look, when I begin shooting him in ADS, I'm hitting lower right, right? He's looking the other way, but that doesn't matter. He could be looking right at me. I'm hitting lower right hip, right? But as he's moving to the left, I have to try to stay centered on him because I wanna get this kill. I wanna win this fight. So by transitioning into hip fire, the transition into hip fire alone recenters me. I almost don't have to do anything here. See, I'm hitting low right. He's moving. Boom. I shift to hip fire. My aim snaps left. The reason why it snaps left, because my character is literally changing his body. He's shifting his body, so the game automatically moves my ADS, moves my center dot over to the left, right? And that helps me stay on target. So now as he's turning, I'm already getting shots on him. I win this gunfight. So this is why in close gunfights, mainly close gunfights, if you're a mouse player, you have to get into the habit of using hip fire, going back and forth, transitioning from hip fire to ADS based on what's happening around you, especially if it is a moving target. Like I said, in this game, people move fast. The sliding is fast. It is not always going to be easy to track a player that is sliding across your screen, especially if you're not expecting them to slide. But by going to hip fire, it makes it easier to track them because the transition to hip fire almost helps you a bit. You see, I use it to stay centered. Peeker's advantage. Now, what do I mean by that? When I slide around this corner, this enemy is still looking in a straight direction. So this enemy right here, they saw me slide by, so they're gonna instantly want to shoot right here in this position, right? This straight arrow. But I'm not there anymore because I slid by and I'm instantly in hip fire. That gives me Peeker's advantage in this game, or aka the camera break. So on their screen, they're still technically registering me like one step behind right here, but I'm not there anymore. I'm over to the right, and as you can see from the hit markers, right here, I'm already getting first shots. They think I'm still standing right here, right? But because I'm in this quick slide into hip fire, I'm already getting first shots on them. So that's the peeker's advantage. I get first shots on them, boom, I win this gunfight. And the same thing here. This is what I said with the tracking. When they're this close to you, if you're in full ADS mode, it makes it that much harder to track someone moving this close to you if you're fully scoped in. Like, I have iron sights on this SMG, but imagine if this was an AR and I had a scope, if I had a 2x, if I had a 3x. It makes it that much harder to track them going across my screen when they're this close. But with hipfire, I have clear line of sight. I can see the whole screen. My gun is not in my way. It's not in the center of my screen. So I can track them the whole way through, go back to hip fire. I can see where they're going the whole time, and I can stay on target. Same thing here, clear visibility, like I said. You see how that player slid by me super fast? This is exactly what I'm talking about. When someone comes by your screen really fast, if I was ADS'd in, I'm going to miss them. I'm going to completely not see them there. But by being in hip fire, my gun is out of the way. I get to see the whole screen. See, look, I see him. I go to ADS, but once I see he slides, I got to be able to track him quickly. So I transition to hip fire to reacquire my target, and then I can go back into ADS as needed. I go back into ADS, hit him a few times, go back into hip fire to recenter. I get that kill. I win the fight. Right? So I hope this is probably one of the best examples of why using hip fire is so important, because people just move so fast. Like, boom, quick slide. I need to see where he is. You know, ADS, I see him. Oh snap, he's moving. See how I lost him right there? All right, I got to reacquire him. Hip fire. Back on target, back getting shots. And again, these are fundamentals that you can apply to controller as well. If you look at the controller video, winning more gunfights for controller, it's the same principles. It's transitioning in and out of hip fire, but for controller, it's a little bit easier because you have aim assist that's going to help you rotate. It's going to help you stay on target. You know, mouse doesn't have that. So mouse, we have to do the work the whole way through. We have to do the work the entire fight, right? So this is why for mouse, it's even more important to learn these fundamentals, build the muscle memory, and implement these techniques if you want to win more gunfights. Because if you're playing a controller player, guess what? The odds are already against you, and the game doesn't care. Nobody cares. The odds are against you. If you're going to be a mouse player, you're going to have to bring your A game, and you're going to have to use all the tools, all the fundamentals that are available to you, so you can have the best chance at winning these gunfights. All right? Same thing here. Look, fast moving target. He was standing still. I'll play this again. He was standing still when I was shooting him, and then he instantly like zoom slid at me, right? Because in BO6 Omni movement, that you can go from standing still to boom, instant slide. I'm ADS'd at him when I begin shooting him, but because he slid at me with such speed, guess what? The only way I'm gonna keep track of him at this close range, I have to go to hip fire. Because if I try to ADS track him here, I'm gonna lose him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to lose him, so I have to transition to hip fire here. Boom, he slides at me, hip fire. Now look, right here you can see when I move to hip fire, look at the difference. Look how much Look how much of the screen I can see here, right? I'm going to show you. Look how much of the screen I can see here when I'm in hip fire. That's how much of the screen I can see. All that red, I can see all that on my screen. Now, look at the difference when I'm in ADS. When I'm in ADS, my weapon is blocking a lot of my screen here. Remember, when he slid, I'm going to draw this for you again. When he slid, his body ended up being down here somewhere. His body ended up being down here somewhere, like right where my weapon is, right here. That's where his body ended up being. So imagine, look, my weapon basically covers the area where he slid. So imagine me trying to track him if I'm fully ADS and he's sliding at me full speed. How much harder is that not going to be for me, right? So, okay, I need to be smart. I need to use my tools. I need to use my fundamentals. I need to use my techniques. So what's my tool here? Hip fire transition. Boom. Open up the gap. You see, now I can see him. I know exactly where he is the whole time. I didn't lose him. You know what I'm saying? He's using his best weapon, which is I'm going to rush at him. Now I have to use my best weapon, which is I need to make sure I see him the whole time. I go into hip fire. So when I go into hip fire, even though he's sliding at me, I can keep getting shots on him. I can keep damaging him, right? Because he's a fast moving target. Boom. Hip fire is your friend. I win that gunfight. See what I'm saying? So don't be afraid of close gunfights because you think, man, everybody's moving so fast, or man, he slid right at me. If you're not using the techniques, you're going to lose those fights. And the techniques are stop ADSing when somebody's in your face. That's not how you win gunfights with a mouse. On a controller, maybe, because you're going to get that aim assist. But on a mouse, I'm telling you, they're going to slide right at your ankles. You're going to lose them. Next thing you know, they slide through your feet. They're shooting you in the back. You're dead. You don't even know what happened. And that's going to be your fault for not using your fundamentals. All right? Don't blame the game. Don't blame the enemy. That's you. You didn't use your fundamentals. All right? So same thing here. Hip fire to center. Another enemy. He's close. I'm going to hip fire to center. That's it. Fundamentals. Same thing here. I'm up on a ledge. He's at the bottom. He's about 5-6 meters away from me. He's really close. Trying to have this fight, if I'm fully scoped in, if I'm fully ADS'd in, again, guaranteed I'm going to lose this fight if I'm ADS'd in. What's my best chance here? I need to see him the whole time because he's strafing, but he's really close to me. So for me to see him that close, for me to be able to track him that close, I need to take this fight in hip fire mode. So boom, I see him moving, I see him moving, I see him moving. He's in front of me the whole time. I never lose sight of him. You know, and again, make yourself a harder target to hit. When you transition into hip fire, what happens? Boom, you make people miss. Look at all those bullet sprays that are going by me because I went into hip fire. If I stayed ADS here, guess where those bullets go? Those bullets hit me. I'm taking damage. Now I lose this gunfight because this person got first shots on me. But when I move to hip fire and I use my fundamentals, I become a harder target to hit. I make my enemies miss. So boom, he misses a bunch of shots. I'm still hitting him in hip fire. I go back to ADS to recenter. Boom, boom. I win that gunfight. You know what I'm saying? Fundamentals, guys. I'm doing the same thing over and over again. But I'm showing you as a mouse player, this is how you have to win these fights. Like, I get it. We don't have aim assist. But that doesn't mean we cannot compete. Yes, it's harder for us. Yes, it's always going to be more difficult for us. We don't have aim assist. And controller players are really, really good. Especially the better players. They know how to use aim assist to their advantage. They know how to use aim assist to work for them. Okay, they're not even trying. So, guess what? As a mouse player, we can win these fights. We just have to be smart. We got to focus. Build the muscle memory. Use your tools. Use the fundamentals. Same thing here. Look, guys at the top of the stairs. How many times haven't you been playing the headies? Oh man, they're on a heady. They're on a heady. That's fine. Use the fundamentals right here. I go into hip fire. I make a miss, but I'm still hitting. Boom. I win that fight. Same thing here. Same thing here. Look, make my enemies miss. All I'm doing, hip fire, and don't forget to strafe. That's another thing. Another thing about mouse. When you're playing with with a mouse, strafing is your friend. Hip fire is your friend. Strafing is your friend. Don't shoot while standing still. To be honest, this is the same for a controller. If you're a controller player, The way you're going to maximize rotational aim assist is to constantly be engaging your left thumbstick. So you're always strafing left or right or both. Just keep going left and right. If you're a mouse player, guess what? We don't have aim assist. But you know how you win gunfights? You know how you make people miss? You constantly strafe. You just constantly move left and right. And this was a good example here. Don't forget to strafe. Make your enemies miss. Look right here. You can see this bullet that goes flying right by me. Right here, look. I went into hip fire. This bullet right here missed. But I'm still getting clean shots. I'm still getting clean shots on this enemy right here. Right? I'm still getting clean shots on this enemy. So, why? Because I'm strafing and I'm using my fundamentals of hip fire. So boom. In and out of hip fire. Make them miss a few times. I miss a few times. That's okay. Same thing here. Recenter by using hip fire. Next person, hip fire, swing around, hip fire, recenter. I win that gunfight. Make a miss. Fundamentals. Hip fire to recenter, hip fire to recenter, make a miss. So, a lot of it is just hip fire to recenter. So, just gonna leave you off with some examples here. I'm just doing the same thing over and over in these fights. Just so you see, here's the proof of everything I'm telling you. ADS, acquire your target. ADS, hip fire to recenter. On to the next one. See a guy in the window. Hip fire ADS, stay centered. Hip fire ADS, stay centered. It's the same stuff. It's an exercise. You just do it over and over again. You just do it over and over again. And I consider these close fights. Like anything inside of 10 meters with an SMG, I consider these all close fights. You see right here? Made him miss again. Let me see if I can pause it at the right time. Look. Look, you can see the bullets flying by me. Every time I transition into hip fire. Those are just misses that, I'm giving the enemies. Right here, look, bullet right here. Look at the target line. They missed there because I was standing right here. But when I transition into hip fire, makes them miss. Look, I'm still getting a hit marker on screen though. But what does that tell you? I'm still getting hits. I'm still getting hits. They're missing. This is how I win this gunfight. Make a miss, hip fire. I keep getting hits though. And then that's it. And then I just called in a nuke. It's a bot lobby. Don't get excited. I just called in a nuke to end the round. But that's it, right? It's just the fundamentals. Practice it. Go into a bot lobby. Put them on recruit. And just push all the bots. And just practice fighting in hip fire. Transitioning hip fire in and out. Just practice that. Do it over and over and over again. Build the muscle memory until it becomes second nature. And I promise you, I guarantee you, if you're a mouse player and you've been having trouble, you've been losing fights, especially close range fights, a lot of people keep pushing you and you keep dying. You're having trouble tracking them. Man, they move so fast. Everybody's sliding. Everybody's jumping. I can't track them that close. Change up what you're doing. You might be doing something wrong. You might be ADSing in when you should be hip firing. You're losing them on your screen because you're ADS'd in. So guess what? When you go into hip fire, now you can see your whole screen. You can see where they're sliding to. You can see where they're moving. It makes your life easier to track because guess what? It's a shooter game. Can't shoot something you can't see, right? And like I said in that one example, if the person's sliding right at you and you're ADS'd in, your own weapon is going to block the person. And now you don't know where to track because you can't see them, right? Logical, right? You can't track what you can't see. You can't shoot what you can't see. But how are you going to fix that? The game has a mechanic built into it. Hip fire. Hip fire moves your gun out the way, lets you see a clear vision of what's in front of you, okay? So this is how we're going to combat that. So I hope this helps. Go over it, practice it, and then get back to me and let me know how you make out. Let me know if you start winning more gunfights. And if you need any other tips, if there's anything else you want to see, whether it's on mouse or controller, please leave it in the comments. I will be glad to create that for you. So till next time, that's all I got.